Justice Secretary Boying Remulla made the announcement at a press conference. He said the suspects, who were also former soldiers, had direct participation in the murder. Remulla also revealed that Congressman Arnie Teves has reached out.
We have almost all the people there as part of the team that attacked Governor Digamo. We have almost all of them in custody, save for one or two, the ones that were eyeing to be really involved in the planning. I received a text message yesterday to Congressman Arnie Teves. He wants to talk to me, but I haven't given an answer.
Negros Oriental Representative Arnie Teves will not be making an appearance at the Batasang Pambansa anytime soon. In an interview with One Balita Pilipinas, Teves' lawyer Ferdinand Topacio said that his client is worried about his safety and has told his colleagues time and again that he will not attend hearings. Topacio added that the Negros Oriental congressman will instead release a video to air his side. Recall that the House Ethics Committee gave Teves a 24-hour ultimatum that ended at 4 p.m. today to show up or face sanctions.
Lamang ay hindi po talaga namin mawari kung bakit gano'n na lamang ang trato sa kanya ng kanyang mga kasamahan na at kailangan personal appearance. Nag-offer po kami na ipaliwanag nga, lumiham kami. Pero bakit ayaw nilang pakinggan ang panig? Sana, bago sila mag-impose ng sanctions today, ay mapakinggan naman nila. Kaya ang ginawa po ni Congressman Teves, magre-release na lang po siya ng video.
Topacio also said that House Speaker Martin Romualdez knows exactly where Teves is at the moment. The lawyer once again assured that his client will eventually return to the Philippines.
Alam po ni Speaker Romualdez kung nasaan siya. Tingin ko alam din po ng ating mga may kapangyarihan. Ngunit with respect to Speaker Romualdez, nung kami nag-usap last week, ay may gentleman's agreement po kami na hindi po ako magsasalita sa mga detalye. Kung nais niya, sabi ko, sa kanya na lang manggaling. Talaga pong uuwi naman po siya. Kanya nga po humiling ng 2 buwan na extension ng kanyang leave sapagkat ina-assess pa po niya. Tinitimbang niya, minamanmanan niya mga pangyayari, kung yung impormasyon ay mananatiling may banta sa kanyang buhay.
Meantime, the Secretary of Negros Oriental Congressman Arnie Teves will formally file complaints against the police officers who raided her employer's properties earlier this month. Hannah May Oray and 5 others were arrested at one of these raids for the alleged violation of the Comprehensive Firearms and Ammunition Regulation Act. Oray has been released from detention after the Justice Department dismissed the complaint against her for lack of probable cause. But Oray says that her time in detention was traumatic. She claims that CIDG officers threatened her during interrogations and forced her to admit that she and Congressman Teves were involved in the murder of Negros Oriental Governor Roel Digamo. Oray is charging the cops for illegal detention and human rights violation.
May pinadala silang papel, tapos binasa ko po, kunti-kunti lang kasi natatakot po ako yung nakalagay po doon na parang sinasabi doon na may granada po yung bahay ko, dapat pirmahan ko daw yun. Hindi ko po pirmahan. Sabi niya pag tatamaan daw ako sa kanya, pag hindi daw ako operate.
Tama ang aming mga sinasabi na walang dapat na kasong sinampa kay Hannah May dahil dinismiss yung kaso laban sa kanya for no probable cause. Kami at si Hannah May na walang dahilan para siya ay i-detain.
More stories coming your way after this quick break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Russian President Vladimir Putin said that he respects China's proposals for a resolution to the Ukraine conflict. Putin said this during informal talks in the Kremlin at the start of Chinese President Xi Jinping's state visit to Moscow. The Russian leader said he welcomed Xi's plan for, quote, settlement of the acute crisis in Ukraine. Putin added that Russia is slightly envious of China's rapid development in recent decades.
Это стало возможным.
We have carefully studied your proposals on settling the acute crisis in Ukraine. Of course, we'll have an opportunity to discuss these issues. We know that you're guided by observing the principles of justice and respect for the basics of international law, undivided security for every country. You're also well aware that we're always open for a negotiation process. We will discuss all these issues, including your initiatives.
In return, the Chinese leader told his Russian counterpart that should he run again in the 2024 presidential elections, Putin would have the people's support. Xi and Putin consider each other as, quote, dear friends. Xi is the first leader to meet Putin since the International Criminal Court ordered the Russian leader's arrest.
Dear President Putin, I will always call you my dear friend. I was very glad to receive your proposal with a state visit once again. Let alone after my re-election as chairman of China's Communist Party, I chose Russia as the first foreign country to visit.
And back here at home, the government will be selling smuggled sugar seized in raids at Kadiwa stores. The Sugar Regulatory Administration, or SRA, confirmed that it has received a memorandum from Malacanang green-lighting the scheme. The confiscated sugar will be sold at 70 pesos per kilo.
If it remains in the BOC, the only options there are for it to be destroyed or for it to be auctioned. Yung usual kasi nangyayari, pag in-auction natin, yung importer din bumibili ulit. Now, at least, it will be felt by the consumer kasi bibenta na po nila Asec Christine sa Kadiwa.
As of late, sugar has been selling for up to 110 pesos per kilo in retail stores. However, this is seen to go down to 85 to 90 pesos per kilo once legally imported sugar is distributed. In February, the government bought 60,000 metric tons of sugar from abroad. However, the SRA says it is unsure if the imported supply has already reached local markets. Under Sugar Import Number 6, up to 440,000 metric tons of sugar can be imported for the year. And here is a quick look at today's other top stories. The Foreign Affairs Department will be hosting discussions between the Philippines and China this week. The talks will cover several topics, including matters involving the economy, people-to-people relations, maritime issues, security, and other regional concerns. The events are scheduled for March 23 and 24. Oil companies implemented a big-time rollback on fuel prices today. Starting today, March 21, gasoline prices are slashed by 1 peso and 20 centavos per liter. On the other hand, diesel is cheaper by 1 peso and 85 centavos per liter, while a rollback of 2 pesos per liter for kerosene is also in effect. Barangay Ginebra Gen Kingsguard L.A. Tenorio has announced that he has stage 3 colon cancer. The Ginebra captain had surgery last week and will undergo more treatments in the next few months. Despite this, Tenorio says that he will not yet retire from professional basketball. One News Now will be back at 5:30 p.m. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.